The social sector in India is at a tipping point in its evolution, with growing momentum being seen recently. India Development Review, India's first online knowledge platform for social impact, curates content for readers with a view to make access to knowledge more democratic. Rachita Vora, co-founder and director, content and partnerships at IDR, now joins in. Rachita, lovely to have you with us. Great work being done, but it's a black hole really. So this is where you guys come in. Can you tell us more about what you do?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. So IDR, like you said, is a knowledge platform for the social impact community in India. Think of it like a Harvard Business Review, but with a focus on social impact and India. It's produced in partnership with Ashoka University's Center for Social Impact and Philanthropy. And really the idea to set it up came from our recognition that the social sector in India tends to be incredibly siloed. And as a result, even though we live in a knowledge economy where access to information is incredibly easy and at the tip of your fingers, it's very hard to actually find information on social impact in India. So IDR is really an attempt to become a one-stop shop, or really the home for development in India.
So how would you say India currently stands when it comes to philanthropy with the overall social sector vis-a-vis the global peers? Do we have a lot of catching up to do?
So if you look at sort of FY16 and CSR spending in, last year, it was upwards of 8,000 crore, and that number has been steadily rising with, with the introduction of the Companies Act. What's actually happening is that the nature of giving hasn't really changed that much. US as an example, and you look at the notion of philanthropy and how that's evolved, what you're seeing is that there are a lot of funders that are actually giving to a wide range of issue areas, and they're also funding institutions for long-term sustainability. There is a lot of impact to be had in underfunded and underserved sectors, be it the protection of human rights, governance, climate change, and so on.
Okay, so those are some of the underpenetrated areas. Can you give us a sense of the mix of philanthropists, some of the founders as well that you all are connected with or that you work with?
Yeah, absolutely. So Ashish Dhawan has seed funded us, and we work very closely, like I mentioned earlier, with Ashoka University Center for Social Impact and Philanthropy, which was set up by Amit Chandra, Ashish Dhawan, and the Gates Foundation. So we work very closely with them. In terms of content, we have prominent business people who have then switched over into the social sector, people like Amit Chandra, Louis Miranda, Vidya Shah, and others. We have for instance, Anil Swaroop, who is Education Secretary, talking on IDR about education policy for the country.
Esteemed voices are that, Rachita. So say someone wants to reach out and volunteer or find out a little bit more about social impact. How would IDR help?
So really the simplest way is all of our content is free. It's accessible on our website at a click of a button on your mobile phone. So really just go into your browser, type in idronline.org, and you have access to all of the voices, the latest thinking on development in the country. We also have, we're pretty active on social media, so follow us, like us, join the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on.
So that's exactly what I wanted to ask. Is social media going to be a focal point for IDR, and are you guys looking at more funding?
Absolutely. So social media has contributed to a large proportion of our traffic on the site. So that's definitely an area we're going to be investing in heavily. We're also looking to collaborate with other social sector organizations to run more large-scale campaigns on social media. We're also looking to, going forward, interact more closely with mainstream media, because we feel that mainstream media has a larger role to play in the conversation on development in the country.
Okay, wish you all the very best. Thank you so much, Rachita, for joining in. There you have it. So getting a conversation started on development in their mission to advance knowledge on social impact.